Hello crafty friends, welcome to my craft room. I'm Yvonne with Jour, and today I'm going to be finishing up in my August signature before I head out of town. I'll be gone about 2 weeks. I think I have 1 day in between, but I love this cover. I love it. So I'm going to try and get as much done in here today as I can. The first step, of course, was putting the signature together, and so now I want to make some date tiles. And in keeping with kind of junky, I went through my scraps, like scrap paper, small bits of papers, and I just punched out some circles. This is a 1-inch circle punch. Oh, and that is the one I thought I broke, but I was able to fix it, so I was excited about that. So every one of these, they're all very similar, and there's actually 31 groupings of these, but the one kind of common denominator is a piece of book page cut out. So I'm going to just tack these down as best I can, just doing a tiny little bit of this glue here, and I think maybe right there, just to keep it in. Well, how come that didn't stay down? There we go. Okay. And what did I do? Okay. A little bit of glue. I cut my nails for this trip. Every time I do that, I cannot pick things up. That's 2. I just want to get these tacked. Hopefully this won't take a ton of time, but when I get back to it, the next video I record, can't lift that one up. I know what I can do. I'll use my tweezers if I need to. It will be August 18th, I believe. So I am gone for a bit. And I have some photos that I'll post a July roundup post while I'm gone. And I do have 1 day in between that I will be home, depending on travel woes. Hopefully there won't be any. My plan is to stay home that entire day because I have to turn right around and leave again. So August is going to be interesting for sure. I brought out those tweezers and I am not using them at all. So I am going to come back to this video once I have all these, my tile pieces put together. Okay? So it goes pretty quickly, but I don't want to bore you to death with these, so I will see you. I'll be right back. Okay. I am back, and this is the last little date tile I think they're going to look super cute. I was lucky out of my scraps to find kind of matching colors. They're very similar but different, and I love it. So the next step is just to add these numbers. Again, I'm trying to use up my stash of Happy Planners. These are clear stickers, so I'm hoping they're going to show up. Let's see. Maybe I'll put it on the right here. 1. And so that is on the kind of the plain color. There's 2. Three. Whoops. 4. 5. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to finish these up and be right back. Let me just show you one with they show up pretty good. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back in the blink of an eye and to put on the sticker for the 31st. And they don't show up as well on the, this is actually a paper bag, as they did on the blue. So, but it's just fine. So the next step is I've been using these days of the week. Let's see, I keep the card in here to give credit where credit is due. I purchased these off of Etsy, and it's Stormy Creatives. So let's see. I need to see what day of the week the 1st is. August 1st is a Friday. So I have a Friday here. And I guess way up in the corner, I'll put it maybe in the center, like that. Very cute. Okay, let's do one more. The 2nd would be a Saturday. These are hard to get off of this sticky paper. But we'll put a Saturday. How about that? Very cute. All right, I'm going to finish these up and come on back again. Okay, I'm back. And let's see, the 31st is a Sunday. Just double checking. And that should wrap it up. Look how cute they are. I really I'm enjoying doing the date tiles like this. Super cute. And the next step will be to get them glued into the journal. So I think on this journal I'm going to slide some of these over so I can get the journal here, and I just botched them all up. But I think on this journal I am going to leave, I did put the door. If you watched me put this, ooh, the sun is bright. If you watched me put this journal together, choose the papers and everything, I was stuck on the door. So I'm just going to leave this page as is. Maybe I'll jot some things down here, a list or something, I'm not sure. These are just some things I stuck in. The first is actually, so that will make the first here. And oh, and I stuck in, I don't know if you saw, just some extra pages throughout, just to make it a little more interesting. I was stuck on this, so I'm going to glue this down to the paper bag, the back side of it. I found this, I thought I might be able to use just another magazine image, but it reminds me of August. What else? This John Deere page I didn't like, so I may use this on this page, but the next day is band camp and I'm traveling for work. What else? Oh, and I put this in. Isn't that gorgeous? Just as a little backdrop against that practice calligraphy that I did. I think that was all the added pages I did. Let me see. Yep. And that's the back side of the vegetables and the back side of that, just to give it a little more interest. So the first, I think I'm going to use this envelope to house the journaling prompts and just glue it straight down onto this grayish page. And then I'll do my journaling for the first on top of the envelope. I bought a new glue stick. I bought this at Michael's. I've used it once. It's I guess that's Yoo-Hoo Magic Blue. I'm already not crazy about it. So I may be going back to this one, but this is completely out. So we'll see how this goes. See, it's clumping up a lot. And I'm just not confident. This reminds me, okay, sorry, that was my husband on his way home from work, making sure I didn't need anything for my trip. I'm supposed to be packing right now, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm procrastinating terribly. I just don't want to go. Okay, so the envelope is glued down. I've got my August journal prompts in there. And we just need to get a date down, which I'm going to put that down here. So, here it is. I had this silicone, woo, that sun is glary. This silicone glue mat. The one thing, I feel like I'm opening this upside down. Here we go. And so it begins. I'll hold this up, Friday the 1st. I love the date tiles. I'm glad I actually got my August journal started. And now if I glue that down, it's got to go up further. We'll see. We will see. But that's got me started. The other little thing I've been toying around with, I'm going to slide all my date tiles over here because I'm not going to finish them up today, unfortunately. Whoops, I've got things hanging out. And I forgot to put a couple of things in there for the first. Okay. And Lordy, I'm forgetting everything. But when I come back to this, I won't remember what I did. So there we go. Now, last thing I want to show you, and the sun is horrible, so I apologize for that, but I found this, and what I'm going to do, this is a sketchbook that I've had. I think it actually came over with the stuff from my dad's house when he passed away. And it's just a sketchbook of blank white paper. Now I saw this idea, this is not my original idea. I saw the idea on, I believe it's a YouTuber called It's Only Paper. And so I will find her video and link it because it was really cool. She was using a phone book, and what she was doing was using her scraps and just making sort of master boards. I've seen other people do this before, but this was a recent video. And so I think I'm going to use this book and use up my scraps and just start randomly gluing them in. So by color, I don't know, but, and then maybe come back to it. See, that's a good color. Maybe I'll put that in that corner. And that's all she was doing. And then the idea, which I thought was ingenious, number one, you use up all your scraps, which I love. I'm not going to continue because I do have to get to packing. I'm totally procrastinating. And if I wait any longer, I'm going to be in dire straits or up till midnight, which I don't want to do. But, so you use up all your scraps by color, and then, that's cute, but I'm not gonna mess with this. And then when you get a page filled up, kind of, I guess this is like a collage, you rip it out and cut it into a card size. And then on this one, she used a phone book. So I'm not sure how she did the back side, if she then glued it down onto a piece of cardstock or what. But once this is filled up, I can tear it out and cut it into, maybe with this, it would be 2 cards. Let's see if I can find my ruler. How big is this? It is, call it 6.5 for easy math. So 3 1/4 this way, and by, call it 5. 3 1/4 by 5 little journaling cards. So I'm excited to do this. And I'm going to sit this right on my desk and use my scraps to fill that up. All right, short and sweet. I will have something to do when I'm waiting on my plane tomorrow. I'll be stitching together these videos and putting all these date tiles together. I'm excited. I will see you when I get back. I hope you're doing something fun in your journal, or drawing, your art journal, knitting, sewing, whatever your medium is. Do something fun for yourself today. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.